Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Grimrock with no fair fight! Tips and tricks and how to play. In this adventure, it's the Guardian's dungeon, so to speak, or the Guardian's adventure, which is very, very good because there is mining here, there is cooking here. We've already encountered the fishmen and the turtles. Today I want to talk about underwater combat. We have not done any underwater combat for this time. Because you need special weapons. Normal weapons don't work underwater. But there is an exception to the rule, of course, because in some of the dungeons you can simply throw things underwater. It will not do a lot of damage, it will just do 1 damage, but it is enough to destroy obstacles. And most of the ways underwater are blocked by, for example, a seagrass, this big seagrass that you cannot get through without destroying it, and therefore you normally have to find underwater weaponry. But in some dungeons you can simply throw things underwater and destroy it that way. That from time to time works. Oh, the first real piece of cloth. We have no dual wielding yet, so that doesn't make no sense. So we're just taking the dagger, and we'll be fine with it. Is there anything else here? Let's have a look. Always be thorough when you look around. You might miss one. So there is an energy gem, and we will get it for us because we needed to get the experience boost, and that is the first item we need or we want to have. So you can get that by a trick. Always keep some stones with you, and always remember that you can throw objects at certain things. So, you can see that there is a leather over there. However, it isn't that easy to get there because there is stuff in the water. You can see that here. These guys are underwater, and if they're blocking the bridge, that's really bad for you because then you will not be able to get out of the water and you will die. And that is not good. So now he's gone and we got through. Beautiful. So, remember, whenever this happens, there is normally something coming out of the water, like this guy here. And these guys are maneuvering around. Remember, these guys are normally not that tough. We cannot maneuver to the side. Well, let's fight it out with barbarians. He's already fleeing. So we're fine. Destroy this, destroy that, grab the gem, and we could now go for the secret here by just throwing a rock and opening that up, but we don't want to. First thing we want is to get our hands on the experience bonus thingy before we do anything else, because otherwise we'll just lose experience. So we've got a gem that is pretty beautiful. Let's make sure there is no one in the way, but it doesn't seem like it. We're okay. Beautiful. Oh, look at that, spices. Spices are always welcome, because spices means food. In mods where there is food that you can cook yourself, please do so unless it is eggs. Remember, eggs are for lizardmen, horned fruit are for insects, and cheese are for ratlings. Eat those and you'll get big benefits because you get attribute points, and attribute points are rather hard to come by actually. So, come on, this is still broken, you're kidding me. Excellent. So now we have access to this area. Beautiful. And all we need, that is the warehouse. Is that the warehouse? No, it's the Hall of Creation. No, we don't want that. We want the general store. Yes, please. And we want this. And then we want that. And then we want to equip this. And we have one more golden key, if I am not mistaken. And I should not be. And we'll take the underwater weaponry, because one will lead to the other, and that will really help us a lot. Trust me here. So we've got a level up. Oh crap. Yeah, the other things awoke. We could go immediately for armor and try to get some armor, but I think we should go for light weapons first. Oh crap, I totally forgot that these guys are around. Yeah, we're okay. I think I left the door open. Didn't I tell you to close every door down? I think I did. Well, we'll be okay. As long as it's just this, guys, we'll be okay. I will show you some other tricks for underwater fighting that will help you very well. Normally, underwater targets aren't that hard to kill, because the game knows that there is very little weaponry, and the game knows that there is the problem of suffocating, of drowning underwater. And so they compensate normally by making the underwater targets not that tough. At least theoretically speaking. Oh, I think it's starting to rain and I've got my windows open. Just give me a second. And we're fine. Okay. Let's find the open door. Damn it, I was a professional once. And now we've got open doors. Did I really leave that here? Am I getting old? Or did they open by themselves? Someone home here? Nope. Someone open in here? Nope. Someone here? Nope. Someone here? Nope. Someone here? Let's close that up. Always close it up. There should be some more dudes around here. Yeah, there is. Hey. Did you miss me? Now, one of our guys is starving, and when you're starving, you're not regenerating health and you're doing less damage. So that is something you should avoid if you can. So they're following up, but we're okay. Well, as they all have about the same food requirements, it's quite obvious that they will all run hungry at the same time. You see, I'm kiting, although I'm not running in circles, which you normally do when you're kiting. We're not doing tons of damage, but again, this is not the most fearful target. But it is a very rewarding target, because that is 280 experience points on the nose for you, with so much as no resistance. And as we now have the underwater weapons, we can start taking control of the underwater areas, which will provide us with quite a lot of experience. And we'll do some extra. So that is smoked fish, so that we can eat. When you eat food in this adventure here that is not processed, you're putting yourself in a lot of risk, because you guys can get ill. Your guys can get ill. We don't want that to happen. Okay, there is Mr. Fishman. And we'll now simply switch the weapons through. As you can see, he's dead. We get up, or we get down. So by switching the weapons through, we are reducing the time it takes to cycle through everything. And now we have 2 underwater weapons. Please always get all the fish, because not only is fish healthy, it is cheap food. And such things are beautiful, aren't they? When you control the underwater ways, it also gives you a safe retreat space, because there is no target that can follow you into the water. And there are targets that can attack you while you're underwater. I'm not saying there is a lot of them. I just say something like that exists. I know one example is, for example, the lava golem. The lava golem can fire into the water to great effect. And that does a lot of damage. If that guy hits you, boy, that hurts like hell. So let's get some air before he comes along. Remember, you can fight them to your heart's content, but always keep in mind that you should have your leather blocked by yourself, because if they get between you and the leather, boy, are you in trouble. Because you'll be drowning in no time. And drowning damage is extensive. Don't think that is something you can shrug off. I mean, as a barbarian, you can shrug it off for some time. But not that long, sadly. Where was that damn fish? I just saw it. Damn it, there was one more fish here. There he is. Beautiful. Got all the fish. Time for a secret. We've already got that chest, but that is, of course, not what we're here for. What we're here for is... No, not that. Let's get back into combat. Remember, you can use one spear with 4 guys. So if you have only one underwater weapon, you're totally in business. No problemo. We need 1 rock. We throw the rock. It opens up. We go through. Let's destroy that. Always keep your maneuvering space. Ooh, horn fruit. Nice. And of course, we want our rock back. And that is 200 bonus experience for you. Congratulations. But that is not all we are here for. We could go down here yet. But that is more dangerous territory that we want to go at this point. Where we want to go is somewhere different. We want the mushrooms, because mushrooms are good. Nothing here, sadly. That is a normal walk. Bark. Please keep in mind that there is a very, very dangerous version of this beast around. That is the red one. My son fears them for good reason. They're extremely fast and they're almost impossible to kite. Oh, that is the mining area. We'll get some ore there if I'm not mistaken, which is good. All our people are hungry, but we cannot watch out for that at this point because we've got important things to do. So we're getting over here, trying to get our bonus stuff going. I think it was this way. We should feed our people, because if they're hungry, they will not fight good enough for what's up. You go for light weapons. You go for light weapons. You go for concentration. These underwater weapons make acceptable damage. And as I mentioned, you always have the way out for heroes. Using 1 weapons before guys, or depending on the dungeon, you could try to throw items. Ah, crap. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Well, that was close. Because if they corner you in there, you're dead. Because that is more of them that you can handle at any point. But if they're just coming like this, one after another, in a straight line, no problemo, sir. Well, maybe some problemo, but not that big of a problemo. You can handle them. Remember, there is still 2 of them. Oh, crap. Now I'm in trouble. These things can do tremendous amounts of damage. But we have got the Roman way of fighting, so we should be okay. We'll just, yeah, beat the crap out of them. But that's not what I'm here to show you. Wrong turn. That is another secret that took me some time. I mean, the first part is relatively easy to get done. The second part is not so much. Please try to get all your armor into the persons that are doing the front rank fighting, even though you are barbarian all the way. Every time you learn a spell, you get +1 energy, if you can cast the spell or not, but that only works here. Depending on the dungeon, this might work differently from dungeon to dungeon. There are some dungeons where you can only cast the spells that you found the spell scrolls for. There's some dungeons where you can cast all the spells that you as a player know the combination of. Not, well, you have to have the skill, but you don't have to have the scroll to cast it. And in this dungeon here, you can learn every spell, but you can from a scroll, and only from a scroll, but you cannot cast it unless you have the skill. So we'll make ourselves a branch. Now she can officially cast spells. This, for example, is light, but she cannot cast it because she doesn't have the light bonus. Oh, I think we have no meat to this point. Do we have meat of any kind? No, we don't. Shush. Okay, we'll have to find a turtle or something to get some meat. Because without meat, this is not working. We'll have to put some meat on the table. So, let me hurry up, because that is a very important part of the puzzle. And you will be totally loving this. Trust me. Because you're getting 2 items that you can use as a mage. And even if you're not a mage, even if you're playing a pure barbarian army troop, the point is, the very important point is that this will enable you to stay underwater for longer, because when you are running out of air, first your energy is used up, and then your life is used up. So the more energy you have, as crazy as it sounds, the longer you can stay underwater. So, and there we have the meat. Excellent. We've just been here for the meat. I just want to show you the secret of this forest, which is so easy to do, and it is yet so rewarding. So beautifully rewarding that you have to do it as soon as you can. Trust me. Besides, it's even a point of armor. Well, not the branch, the nectar branch, which is 2 concentration for 5 energy and 1 willpower is quite harsh. That is not the best wand around there, but it is one that you can use, and that will give you access to some spell casting in the beginning. So you better not complain. So this is the altar of the air. We'll make the mask here. This is the tribal mask. The tribal mask is a light armor, so if you don't have the light armor proficiency, don't equip this, because the armor protection will not equal out the loss of dodge. So you'll put one here. You'll put the branch on the other side. Oh, it's the other way around, sorry. I always confuse those two. And you get another power gem. Beautiful. And we should have... Do we have one more lockpick? I think I found one. Am I getting old? I think we first have to find another lockpick. Here, eat up. Eat up. Eat up. I really have no lockpick. Oh, damn it. Well, who cares? We get our stuff back. And that was the secret of the... Wait, I think I know where we can find a lockpick quickly. You can make lockpick with blue gems, however, I do not recommend it, because normally you find all the lockpicks you need if you just look thoroughly enough for them. Well, not in this case, because obviously we need one more lockpick to get this done. This is just food and stones. Yeah, we'll get the lockpick. We'll get the lockpicks. Do you not worry. We'll get all we need in time and open up all the locks and get all the stuff we need. So that's it for today. It was about underwater fighting. Remember, one underwater weapon is enough. Just get everyone bare hands and give the weapon around so everyone can fight in a row, and then you can fight basically as if you had 4 underwater weapons. And you can throw items underwater against enemies and against barricades, and in most dungeons it will destroy them. Remember that the more energy you have, the longer you can stay underwater. There is in most games, and not in the vanilla game though, the spell underwater breathing, which normally takes 3 air and 1 water, so keep that in mind. And that is what you have to know about... Oh, well, and of course, always stay on your leather. Try to protect your leather out of the water unless you will want to drown. With that being said, I'll see you next time. That was swimming for you. Bye!